Okay, first of all, the electrical pickup, I use just standard 3 prongs wipers, universal wipers, and cut them to length. That's one side. And here's the middle card with the second rail pickup. And on the top side, you can see the wires for the end of the train. This is the black wire for the decoder power supply from one rail. And this is the second one coming right through the floor through one of the existing openings, which you can use for spacing the trailer supports. The entire sound system and decoder is of course in the trailer. You can see the 26mm speaker, 8 ohms. The decoder is right here. It's going to be installed on the roof of the trailer. There's a high capacity capacitor to prevent any power interruptions and to maintain the current supply for the decoder. I have a range of row of resistors, which I use to fine-tune the brightness of the end of the train light. In this case, I have 5 times 10 kilo ohms resistors, and you can see the openings where the power supply is coming through from the front part of the car and the end. So this is for the red wire, this is for the black, and the power supply for the end of the train. And you can see they're pretty much matching here. These wires are going to go through this opening here, and then this one will come out here. I also included extra 4 pieces of weight to improve the electrical pickup from the wheels. These are 7 grams each, so 4 times 7 grams. Alright, and this is just before the final assembly. The decoder is here under the roof of the trailer. Here's the capacitor. The red wire supplying is coming from underneath and it's already connected to the decoder. I have the lights connected as well with the micro connector. This is the black wire, the speaker, and all I need to do is just close it and test it. And the last test, you saw me guys installing the capacitor inside the trailer, and I would like to demonstrate how well these little devices are working and how effective they can be. So I will turn the lights on and start the generator sound. And now the decoder is running from the energy stored in that little capacitor. And let's see how long will it last. There's no magic wires anywhere, just to make sure. So as you can see, it went through the entire cycle and the lights are still on. So if you have issues with power supplies in your trucks, especially for projects like this one, where the power supply is coming only from 4 wheels, and you cannot be 100% sure whether you're going to have a full contact all the time, I highly recommend to use those high capacity capacitor to compensate for any potential loss of power supply. There's one more very unique function of that Soundtrack's decoder which I would like to demonstrate, and it's related to the way how you consist both of the decoders, the sound decoder in the car with your leading locomotive. Normally you will have to go to your control station and consist both of them. I have the car on this one and this is the locomotive. However, in this case, Soundtrack included a very unique and simple way of consisting the cars with the leading locomotive. There's a magnetic sensor on board of the decoder, and that's why, if you remember the installation, I installed the decoder right under the roof here, and you want to be as close to the roof as possible. And I'm using a flashlight with a magnetic tip here. All you need to do is to wave the magnet over the decoder. And this is the sound which is indicating that the decoder is ready now to be consist with another one. You need to go back to your control station, and using controls of your locomotive, press the F8 4 times. Now you heard the brakes release sound, which is an indication that now the decoder is in consist with your locomotive decoder, and I'll use the control from the locomotive to move. I have the flat spot sound effect on, and you can hear the sound now working with the locomotive, with the speed of the locomotive. Now, if you want to disconnect the consist and disconnect your locomotive from the car or rest of the train, all you need to do is to wave the magnet over the decoder once again. And that's the sound of the handbrake being applied, which is an indication that now the decoders are disconnected, and I'll try to move. You can't hear the sound anymore from the car. So in my opinion, I think it's a fantastic product if you are looking for a way to add additional dimension to your railroad and to your models. I think it's a fantastic product to explore. The decoder is coming equipped with 14 functions and about 20 different sounds to select, and a whole number of light functions as well, which can be selected between the European standards and the North American, as well as horns, which are of course disconnected for my model. The cost of the decoder here in US was $37, $25 for the capacitor, which I think is must-have. 2 tiny SME LEDs from eBay. The end of the train markers were handmade here at home, and a couple of electrical pickups, which I bought from a hobby shop, couple of cents each. 1 day of work and you have a fantastic model. And my next 2 video projects which I'm working on to share with you guys is the review of the Roco T2000 platform cars or freight cars with the trailers, and I have 2 locomotives to review. Both of them are by Sud Express. They are the E4000, one in Cargonet, one in Kamsa blue silver paint scheme.